privacy, religious freedom, and protection against unreasonable search and seizure. In my opinion, it is actually a violation of 8 of the amendments to the Constitution: the 1st, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 14th Amendments. As someone who respects God-given rights, constitutional rights, and as a defender of the Republic, I am absolutely disgusted by this government overreach and violation of rights. Medical tyranny is not something we can allow. We, the Patriots, must put a stop to this. There is ongoing collusion between the pharmaceutical industry, who make billions of dollars from these vaccines, and the government regulatory agencies like the FDA and the CDC. There is also rampant fraud by these companies. All 4 of the major pharmaceutical companies, the ones who make all 72 doses of vaccines that your children are recommended to have by the CDC, have been convicted of fraud in court. This is not an industry concerned with the health of Americans. This is a corrupt, fraudulent, out-of-control industry, colluding with the agencies who are supposed to be regulating them. Did you know that because of the National Childhood Vaccine Injury Act of 1986, these companies have been given full legal immunity from liability for the damage, disease, and death that their products cause? You cannot sue a vaccine maker if you or your child are injured or killed by a vaccine. Health Freedom Idaho strives to keep government small enough to fit inside the Constitution, and the CDC vaccine schedule, as well as these individual city and county mandate orders, are examples of a government going way outside their boundaries. It really doesn't matter how you feel about vaccines or any of these other health freedom issues. What matters is that all of you, all of us, the Patriots, must come together to defend our natural rights at all times. It is the decision of a parent, not our government, when, how, and even if they will use these pharmaceutical products. We will not stand for government mandates. In the case of the Idaho vaccine exemption form, our state health department, the Department of Health and Welfare, had interpreted our statutes regarding the vaccines required for school and daycare attendance to mean parents who wanted to opt their children out of these products could be forced to sign a form that was created by the department. Not only is that not what our state code says, but the form that was originally created contained many scientific inaccuracies, demanded disclosure of private medical information, was incriminating, and was very offensive to many parents. The exemption form was the issue I was working on when HFI started. My own children were excluded from a daycare because I refused to sign the offensive, potentially incriminating document. I demanded the department follow the plain language in our state code and was told that was not going to happen. It took us 3 years, many meetings with legislators, 2 bills, and many health and welfare board meetings. But finally, in May 2018, the department rewrote the administrative rule that forced the use of the department form. They finally acknowledged that parents in Idaho do in fact have the right to submit a simple statement in order to opt out. In January of this year, 2019, the temporary rule was confirmed by the legislature, and we celebrated the victory. Idaho parents can no longer be forced by schools and daycares to sign something they completely disagree with and that is totally inaccurate. Right now it is April, so many Idahoans are enrolling their little kindergartners for next year. So if you are wanting information on your right to opt out of the vaccine requirements, please ask us. We're happy to give you all the information in person, through email, and it's all on our website at healthfreedomidaho.org. The next step on this journey is adding into the law that schools and daycares must tell parents about their right to be exempt. We hear that many people do not want to vaccinate their children, but don't realize there's an exemption option. The amazing Representative Priscilla Giddings worked with us on a bill this year that would have required schools and daycares, anytime they are informing parents of the vaccine mandates, to also tell parents of their right to be exempt. The bill flew through the House, passing the House floor with a veto-proof majority vote of 52-17. Unfortunately, the bill died because the Senate Health and Welfare Committee Chairman, Fred Martin, put the bill in the drawer, and it was never even given a hearing on the Senate side. This is an outrageous violation of our right to representative government. The people's bills, especially bills that pass one house or the other, should not be able to be killed by one chairperson. I hope you will study what is happening in Idaho's capital, with chair people being able to unilaterally exercise veto power. I'm looking forward to working with other Idahoans to remedy this abuse of power in our legislature. These pharmaceutical companies and other corporations are funding the campaigns of many in our Idaho capital that are removing freedoms and violating their oath to uphold the Constitution. We need to work diligently to remove the people from office that are owned by these corporations and replace them with liberty-loving patriots. If you are not already involved in elections, please do all you can to help patriots get elected. Please consider even running yourself. We need people like those of us here today to be sitting in these legislative seats and casting votes for freedom. I could talk all day about the health freedom issues that we are passionate about and about our concerns with the Idaho legislature and government overreach in general, but I think my turn's probably up. If any of these issues are concerning to you and you feel called to get involved helping us defend the Republic in the health freedom realm, we invite you to join us. You can sign up for our email list and or to be an HFI member at healthfreedomidaho.org/join. It's just $10 a year to be a member, which pays for our website and educational events. We also have some people walking around with some information if you guys would like more, or you can come find me afterwards. Thank you for having me.
All right. Hey, Steve Stewart, you out there? They're going to tow my truck, bud. Go move it for me, please. Anyways, thank you, Sarah. That's all some really scary stuff, right? Vaccines, mandated, chemicals in the body. No matter how you feel about it, government doesn't have the right. They just don't have the right. We didn't give it to them. So that's the bottom line. And just like Health Freedom Idaho, we go even further. We say if you mandate injections into us, we might mandate some injections back into you, but ours come pretty fast.